Here to reveal a plan for a trip around the moon is the chief of the guided missile development at the United States Army's Redstone Arsenal, Dr. Werner von Braun.
A voyage around the moon must be made in 2 phases. A rocket ship taking off from the Earth's surface will use almost all the fuel it can carry just to attain a speed great enough to balance the pull of gravity. Unpowered, it will then keep circling the Earth in an orbit outside of the atmosphere. This is the first phase. However, if we can refuel the ship in this orbit with fuel brought up by cargo rocket ships, it can set out on the second phase, the trip around the moon and back.
What's the situation, Cadet?
Sputnik is ready for launch, sir.
Sputnik is ready to launch. Any last adjustments you need to make?
I just need to put in a couple codes here from the big man.
Big man.
And everything is a go.
Everything is a go in 5, 4, 3,
2, 1.
CBS Television presents a special report on Sputnik 1, the Soviet space satellite. Douglas Edwards reporting.
Until 2 days ago, that sound had never been heard on this earth. Suddenly, it has become as much a part of 20th century life as the whir of your vacuum cleaner. It's a report from man's farthest frontier, the radio signal transmitted by the Soviet Sputnik, the first man-made satellite as it passed over New York earlier today.
We have a successful launch today, sir.
Successful indeed.
We officially put the first satellite into space, essentially towering over the U.S. in our space race.
We interrupt your daily programming for this special report.
We have just received news that the Explorer 1 has been launched at Cape Canaveral Missile Annex in Florida. There have been previous launches of satellites by the USSR with Sputnik 1 and Sputnik 2, so as of now the US has joined the Cold War space race.
And the alligator was never found. In other news, after the failure of their Pioneer program, NASA is finally having a good day with the success of their Lunar Orbiter program, which has provided us with very detailed colored pictures of the moon's surface and substantial information on moon's sediment. And coming up next, psychologists have proved that a leading cause in depression is school projects. Back to you, Jim.
The Gemini 1 was an uncrewed orbital test of the Titan II launch vehicle, which was essentially used to test the strenuous conditions in space. And that's it.
Houston, everything appears to be green on my end. All systems are a check. How is it looking over there? Looking good? Alright, well, me and Chuck Vera are ready for liftoff. We're ready to make mankind proud. And we are ready. 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, now we are launching into space and oh my god! Oh Jesus! Oh, we're breaking stratosphere right now! We're going so fast! I don't know what's happening! Chuck! Chuck, help me! Chuck, I don't know how to control myself! Chuck! Oh, Jesus, Chuck! Oh, Jesus! Ah! Ah! Oh, we're in space! We're in space! We're in space! Oh, we're in space. Okay. We're safe, Chuck. We're gonna go now. We're gonna land. We're gonna go dock with the lunar probe, and we're gonna switch to the lunar probe now. We're gonna do a couple button presses and stuff. Chuck, you're good on your end over there. That's perfect.
Yeah, I'm good.
Everything looking green, so we are ready to change into the lunar probe. We are ready to land onto the moon. And Houston, we shall begin our descent onto the surface of the moon. And so we will be engaging the hydraulics with the control stick here. Got to do some of these. Okay. We're looking pretty safe. Houston, my vitals are solid. So now we are about to land on the moon. And Houston, we have landed onto the moon. We have landed. Repeat, we have landed. Now we shall begin our journey onto the surface of the moon. Houston, we are now going to be exiting the probe. Alright, here we go.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap.
Oh, okay. On tonight's special edition broadcast, we will discuss the Apollo 11 spaceflight that landed us on the moon today, July 20th, 1969, precisely at 8:18 p.m. Neil Armstrong was the first person of the three on the spacecraft to walk onto the lunar surface. He and Aldrin spent nearly 2.5 hours on the moon. Meanwhile, Collins piloted the command spacecraft in lunar orbit. Launched by a Saturn V rocket from the Kennedy Space Center in Merritt Island, Florida, of July 16th, the Apollo was the fifth manned mission of NASA's Apollo program.